Good morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? I hope you're well. I forgot to shut my door. Hold on one sec. Uh, that's actually kind of funny. Hey, I hope that you're all doing well. I thought we would do a little bit of just kind of checking the pulse of seeing things where they're at this morning with the latest Wave 3 323 patch. I mean, adventure beckons, right? So. Same kind of gig this time. We're just going to monkey around a little bit and see how much fun we have. Hey, Fig, how are you? Nice to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon. So let's go ahead and we'll get started here. I have no idea how the patch is running or those types of things, so I always do preface these, these kind of test version, early test build type streams as just kind of a gamble. We never know what we're going to get, but we're going to have a little fun with it nonetheless. So I'm going to confirm, and I think off we go. Cool. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. It's kind of a gray, rainy Saturday morning here in northern Michigan. It's it's just a little rainy and great morning to do a little gaming. Local community was having a big, like you could fill up like a truck bed or a trailer for $10 and haul whatever junk you have around your garage or shed or whatever up to, the central location. So did a little of that this morning. So kind of starting to stream just a touch late, but happier wife, happier life, right? So, yeah. Hey, Jazzy, nice to see you. Hope you're well. And, we'll see how it goes. We're just going to monkey around a little bit and just kind of run around. And I'd like to do a little mining today if I can, hopefully. Really kind of, as these waves progress, it's important to me that we kind of understand the state of my favorite gameplay loop. But we'll see. I mean, I'm going to be open to whatever suggestions as well, and we're just going to do what we do. So, yeah, thanks for all of you for joining this morning. We're just, like I said, we're just going to have a little fun. I'm going to load into Area 18 here, and we are going to take a peek around the verse and see how it is behaving with this current iteration of 323. Ventilado, welcome to the channel. How are you? Not a name I recognize. Of course, I do always like to shout out old friends and new. I hope that you're doing well. Hey, Toe, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Good morning, everybody. But no, welcome aboard, Vent. If you do a lot of industrial gameplay here, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we'll see if we can help you out. Nate says, good morning, everyone. Don't forget to like and sub. Thank you, Nate. That's very kind of you, sir. Hope that you're doing well, Nate, for sure. Last night, I'll tell you, it was a funny thing. I went to dinner with Jode, and we got home, and it was like 8 o'clock, and I thought, I'm just gonna lay down here on this bed for just 15 minutes, just catch a 15-minute cat nap. And then I woke up this morning. You know how that goes. I was like, gosh darn it. I meant to get on last night and have some fun, but wasn't meant to be. Old man Friday night mode. I just went to bed. Hey, Mabutu, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Toe Cutter says, I was on the PTU an hour ago, but can't get back in now. Well, I'm in the loading screen. I have no idea how this is going to go, you guys, and we're just going to kind of roll the dice. These are always a roll the dice, when it's kind of, when it's in a wave. Hopefully hopefully we can get in there, but we'll kind of see how it goes. So, Toe, you're saying you were in there but can't get back in? Are you in infinite loading too, or what's up with that? It has been interesting. I mean, there has definitely been a couple of patches that we've had that seem pretty stable. And there's been a couple patches that we've had that have been, a little less than stable. So, and I know that they're kind of chipping away at it and getting it into a good place. And I do think that they are making some headway on it for sure. Ooh, Fig says the EPTU is rough with Wave 3 and Xeno running. Oh, yeah. Stuck at 28K entities. Ah, gotcha, Toe. For sure. Yeah, you know, Xeno is going to be one of those. Boy, they always love to throw that in the mix, like a free fly or a Xeno threat right on top of all the other, throwing some gas on the fire. Great Nomad says, hi, buddy. I was going to watch a film, but you have now appeared and it can wait. Thank you, Nomad. How have you been, dude? Nice to see you. When I was on, it was smooth. Oh, cool. Yeah, so we'll just kind of hope we can get on here and see how it goes. So have a little fun with it. You know, hopefully get a, as you know, I'd like a, you know, getting a good belly laugh or four doesn't hurt. So we'll see if we can get a belly laugh or two going for sure. You know, obviously I will say that the you know, the PTU is never ever a bad source of a good laugh for sure. It's it normally is pretty fertile for belly laughs. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. But no, it's yeah, last night, like I said, I just kind of got home and I just crashed. I went to bed. I thought I was gonna get out, you know, I thought I was gonna take a 15-minute nap and well, it just kind of went. Mobutu says, kind of wish they would drop patches without events. Mobutu, I'm kind of with you. They do tend to just kind of, it's interesting, like how they do that. They'll just kind of barely kind of get it over a state, and then it seems like it's always inevitable. Here comes a Xeno threat, or here comes another kind of extra that they're going to put into it. And a lot of times it's, you know, it tilts it in a way that's, you know, that's not so great. Yeah, Fig's exactly right, Fig. Fig says, let's fill this dumpster full of petrol, and yeah, it'll work out, right? Yeah, that's exactly right, man. That's CIG in a nutshell. They really do like to push the envelope for sure. Stress testing, yeah, and I think some of it's, you know, definitely warranted. But you know, I do think occasionally, boy, I do remember those few months, like, you know, where we had some stability. I mean, I remember, you know, obviously it's so funny that 318 is so fondly remembered as, you know, such a train wreck. But people tend to forget 317 for months was very stable. I mean, I went almost 30 days without a 30K, like prior to 318. It was really stable. Ventilado says, so I've been away from SC for like a year now. I've been following the news and such when I get the chance. Didn't hear about the industrial stuff. What will be tested? Well, Ventilado, I like to, it's a great question. You know, industrial gameplay for me it's definitely around hauling, mostly mining. I do a lot of mining on my channel. Of course, there's salvage and these other types of things. Anything that's kind of, in the most respectful sense, non-combat, you know, that's a game loop, I like to test. Now, as we all know, Star Citizen does Star Citizen things, and it's an hour to do anything in Star Citizen. So, you know, if you're gonna test a little bit of cargo run, it's gonna take an hour. If you're gonna test some mining, it's gonna take an hour. I mean, at the minimum. So, it's just one of those things. You just kind of roll with it and see how it goes. SC testing chat, Wikipedia says, SIGs, they're always turning an event off too soon. Oh, what? Fig's cool. Drac, hey, what's happening, Drac? Swift, see what I farged up today. Nicely done. I came in the end of 316 and 317 was lovely. 317 was so smooth. It really was. A lot of people tend to forget because 318 was such a train wreck. How, like 317, it really was this incredible, like for months. They did like this 317 one patch or something, right? In like around the middle of January and really from there to 318, it was butter smooth. It was a really good experience. Of course, 318 was, you know, oh boy, yeah. Silas, 318 nearly broke my soul, dude. I hear you, man. And it was so funny, you guys. I mean, obviously, as we have this loading screen, I can just kind of pontificate on the times that were, right? So, what was funny to me is I was testing the PTU in 318. For 318 before the 318 release, and as you all may know, they were introducing gadgets like the Bormax and the Wave Shift and those types of things were being introduced in the 318 PTU prior to 318 going live, and I was testing those, and I remember testing them, and it was like so fun because you could sit there and attach one wave shift or something to a rock, and like, you could break something that was like 2,000 or 3,000 mass higher than what you could before. And I just loved it. And then all of a sudden they made some kind of a change, like a couple of PTU patches before, and really kind of just tuned down to gadgets to the point where I almost didn't use them. But I could tell you, hey, Chris, what's happening, brother? I could tell you that a couple of days before, I was like, they cannot go live with this. It's not healthy. They would never do that. And they did. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. Fig says, shh, we don't talk about 318. You're not wrong, Figgy. Oh, it's so funny. Me too. It was working. Yeah. Chris Bates says, good morning, and to a salute with everybody. Mr. Bates, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. I hope you're well. Haven't touched a gadget since 318. Now, there have been times when, like, a wave shift or a Bormax or one of those things I have messed with. Actually, it's sometimes more like about the cluster value. That was after they added the cluster value to those. I started kind of attaching them here and there to see if you could get more pure breaks on the secondaries. I came in just before 319, says Drac, and had hardware issues till after 319 dropped. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Fig gives a salute back to you, Chris. Hope that you. So yeah, so we've been on the loading screen now, guys, for yikes, a good 7-8 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. We're off like a herd of turtles this morning. But no, yeah, famously, right? 318, and then a few weeks after that, there were so many exploits for money and stuff. They had to, wipe, and it was off to the. That was a rough, and so I just hope that they've pulled enough of the big stuff back that they can get this right before they have to, release this time. I think that they seem to be getting the timings pretty good, but we'll have to see. I mean, they've been at this now for quite a long time. They seem to be releasing the waves in pretty good chunks of stages. But I mean, if this is where we're at, right now, we were, I will say, last week's patch seemed more stable than the week before. And what was funny? I'll tell you guys. Like, I wanted to stream Monday night. I wanted to stream Tuesday night. I wanted to stream Wednesday night. And I could have streamed the PU if I wanted to. But, I've been mostly streaming the PTU lately, and I just couldn't. I could not log on and fly to CRUL1. And so most of the time I will test that before I stream just to make sure. Saturday mornings, I just kind of go with it. Whatever it is, it is. But, I couldn't really do a whole lot. Now, Thursday night, I was able to do it. And as a matter of fact, I should mention to you guys, yeah, we had 4, remember all those wipes of 318s? Or yeah, and then remember Mabutu, they wiped some people but not others, or wiped some of the, like, there was a weird thing when you'd log on, you'd have less money, log back on, you'd have more money. It was such a weird, oh yeah, there we go, I got some kind of a 30K message there or something, so we'll try again. I did some package missions in a distro center this morning, and I got an Ursa inside. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Gadgets do work now, says Drax. Seems like they require reaching at least 95% to really do anything. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, when mining, and if we get to that point today, it's been really weird. Like, the rocks will have, like, this bright glow of a yellow outline, and then it will be like a dull glow of yellow outline. And I swear the rock is acting like it's in different states. Like, I notice, like, it's the laser intensity or the the charge level is going up and up and up. And then it will go dim and it will just kind of hang there. And then it will go bright again. It will go up and up and up. I am definitely wondering if there's like, it's so strange. It's like they've got some kind of a weird, like, tick or pulse system with the rocks now. And it's like they're active and then become inactive at the same time you're mining them. I'll show you what I mean if we can get that far today. I've yet to be allowed into the PTU this time around. Wow, Silas. Yeah, yikes. A group of crows is called the murder. They gather because of probable cause. Nicely done, Nate. I see what you're doing there. Timeout message. Yeah, we got the timeout message for sure. Hey, I'm going to step away about 5 feet from the mic, and I'm going to go open a window. Give me just a second, okay? I'll be right back. Might as well make myself comfortable if it's going to be a hot mess over here. In my computer office, it can definitely gets a little warm after I start getting Star Citizen fired up. Let's see. Unscannables seem to be a little better, Toe. I mean, hey, Rhino, nice to see you, dude. I bring gadgets when I'm mining, but have rarely found them making a difference. Mabutu, I do consider it correct to have them with you, for sure. But it's more for the cluster value than anything. XT is being turned off, so the servers will be better. Oh, did they announce that, Rhino? That they've decided to kind of give up on Xeno Threat? Or are you just being facetious? Either way, it's funny. So far we're not doing too bad. I mean, by the way, I just want to say, you guys, I appreciate the 9 likes already. It means a lot to me that you guys come and hang out, for sure. So I can't believe, we're going to get the endless loading screen here for the win. I do wonder how many servers they've spun up for Wave 3. Archangel, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. When does 323 hit live servers? Traditionally, Archangel, it will be sometime right around Invictus. So yeah, I mean, we get server announcements now. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's awesome, Rhino. They are announcing on the website that XT was ending soon. Oh, that's good. Jared hinted at next week for live. Wow. Well, it'll be interesting for sure. I do think when 323 hits live, have they said anything about a wipe yet? I think a wipe's coming. And especially with these new ship prices and all, oh boy, that's going to be interesting. I was just hoping about the 5th of May. Yeah, that doesn't seem unusual. That seems kind of right to me. That doesn't seem unusual. For sure. Mother Fig says 28K entities. Next week, probably for live. So it seems like there's a consensus in the group here. Yes, and I am too, Toe. Toe says I hope for a wipe. I am too, Toe, for sure. Hoping for a wipe. Don't care if they stop Xenothreat as long as I get my set of armor for the overdrive missions. Fair enough, Drac. For sure. So, yeah, we've done all those missions too, and just kind of waiting for, the next, for it to go live. My second is BG's prediction for, May 2nd is BG's prediction for going live. Gotcha. That's cool. May 2nd, huh? And the 2nd is Thursday, right? Is that right? I hope there is yes, Rhino, I don't know how there couldn't be a wipe, right? They're not going to want to have some people having an 890 jump who bought it for whatever, 36 million, and some people having to, spend, 90, whatever, 60 some million or whatever it is. I would be very surprised if there's going to be a wipe, for sure. I bought a hammerhead in live just in case there is no wipe. Smart move, though, Fig, for sure. Hedging your bets, it's not a bad move. Jan Baldwin, welcome to the channel. Not a name I recognize, but just want to shout you out and say thanks for stopping by. I just logged out, says Jan. Input lag is terrible. Can't get out of bed. Then after about 10-minute wait, finally got out of bed, but door didn't work. Yeah. That's been kind of the thing. I mean, I've had to backspace a couple of times to go to the med center to get out of the hab. Sir Thaddeus, how you doing, brother? Rhino says, economy has changed, so a wipe is needed. I 100% agree with that. Mabutu says, if there is a wipe, it will likely be a partial. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know if they need to do reputation or those types of things, unless the way they're calculating that has changed. But yeah, Jan says, anytime. I hope I'm saying your name right, Jan, but like I said, welcome aboard. And do a lot of industrial gameplay here, but always happy to chat anything Star Citizen. So, like I said, thanks for coming. I just bought 2 new ships yesterday. It's not a smart idea if you're sitting on a little bit of capital to buy a ship or two, just in case there isn't a wipe. I mean, even your some of your fighters have gotten to be, up there, quite a bit. So, and listen, I don't think it's that. I don't think the changes are like impossible to deal with. I don't think there's anything wrong with having to grind for 30 days for a big ship. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. That being said, I mean, still to this day, you can make quite a bit of money in Star Citizen and even in 323, there's money to be made with different loops for sure. Game entities moving, and I have 12 FPS on the info. Nice. AUS and Asia servers work just fine because they are not running Xenothread. Oh, yeah, maybe I should try one of those. Oh, Drax says, I'm sitting on 100 mil. Yeah, Drax. I think the most Drax I've ever had is around 30-some mil because I just give lots of it away or whatever. But you can absolutely make big money in this game if you just kind of stay focused and just chip away at it. Chris says, I'm going for some breakfast. Let's see what's faster, me or the server. Be right back. I'm going to, Chris, you'll probably finish your breakfast and have a big happy smile on your face. I may be in the game or not. I don't know. Archangel says, I'm a backer since game launched on Kickstart. I really hope they implement exploration gameplay at some point because, frankly, combat and cargo missions piss me off. Nicely done, Archangel. I agree. I would love to see a very, very detailed exploration gameplay. One of my thoughts about Archangel is the fact that how jump gates kind of create like a bottleneck when you're going to systems. I really hope that they have like these organic wormholes that like say like the something like the Anvil Carrick can locate. And, maybe you scan like this spot of space and you find like this organic wormhole. And it's like it'll take up to a medium-sized ship and it's got 6 jumps that could be made through it before it will just disappear. I do hope that there's, so then like somebody who's doing exploration could sell like a location or whatever, doing that, it's like, hey, I found this jump. And maybe it would be cool if like, it allows you to skip a system or something like that. Like you literally, if you don't have to jump from say Seoul to Nyx to Pyro to Stanton. You can just go Seoul to Stanton. It's just this one crazy weird, wormhole that you found that you're able to locate and sell. I hope that they do stuff like that for sure. That would be awesome. But yeah, exploration would be fun. Drax says, if they wipe the money to mostly, maybe take 2 weeks to build back up in the mole and a reclaimer. Well, yeah, even with them slowing down the reclaimer some, Drac, I think it's making $1 million an hour at the least. Now, it might not make $3 million an hour, but it's still going to make $1 million an hour, which is, let's face it, that's just good money. Archangel says, I hope things come as you say. Hey, I appreciate that. Or a jump gate ship. Oh, that's an interesting thing, Toe. I never even thought about that. Yeah, were you kind of... Yeah, I mean, maybe with enough power and a certain kind of ship or whatever, you could create your own jump gates to eliminate the bottom. That's a great idea. I never thought about that, Toe. At 50 million, I start giving it away. All my ships are fully upgraded. I'm in the same place, but usually at around 20 million. Hey, Monk, what's happening, dude? Humble Monk says, hey, V and everyone else. Everybody give Monk a salute, you guys. Monk, how you been? I'm somewhere around 20 million. That's all I ever really, I usually will build up to about 20, and then after that, I don't care. I already have all the certain ships that I want. I mean, I have, the Mole, and I have the Prospector, and I have the C2, and I have the C1. And really, I could get by with just those ships. I do like the 315P with the tractor beam on the front. And there are other ships that I do like having, but really I can get away with just a very kind of core set of ships. And really like a C1, C2, and then, my industrial ships, bring on the Arastra though, right? Fig's giving you a salute back there. That's awesome. Make a temporary community event. Scan down wormholes for expedited deliveries. Oh yeah, fatties. Wouldn't that be fun? I agree with that 100%. Not much. Just Monk says, I'm not much. I'm just core mining and Elite Dangerous. Good stuff. Jan says, if you're worried about money wipe, I'm sure someone will be selling it on eBay shortly after if you need it that bad. You're probably not wrong, dude. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think anybody should be worried about money. I mean, you can make money in this game pretty quickly. There's all sorts of ways to do it. Just fly around and pick stuff up and sell it. There's mining, there's salvage, there's all sorts of hauling. I mean, you can actually, I don't know if you guys know this, I know I've demonstrated it once or twice. You can fly from Area 18 up to Bajini, load up on Hephaestonite, and fly back to Area 18 and make over close to $250,000. And that's still in 323. So, I mean, you can sit there and take a C2, fly it literally up to up to Bajini, load up with Hephaestonite, fly back $250,000. You can do that at least twice an hour. You make $500,000 an hour easy doing that. And that's just, you're not even doing anything. You're just pressing buttons. If you were, yeah, you get it. Oh, look at this. I got one. Got turned down again. Maybe I'll try an Asian server or something like that. Let's see if I can. Let's go see if there's a... Oh, there aren't other options. Just best. Okay, we'll keep trucking. We'll see how it goes. You getting the Python Mark II. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good ship. Dakota. Yo, long time no see. How are you, bro? Thanks, Dakota. How are you, dude? Nice to see you. I've been good. For those who are kind of showing up at the streams and saying, dude, where you been, or whatever, I will say I had a lot of family obligations, some things in life that I had to take care of, and those are now taken care of, and now I'm able to kind of get back into the groove of things. So, ultimately, you guys, like I've said it a few times, I really do want to set, I've been chatting with my wife about this a little bit, but I do want to set some actual specific times that I stream. Like every Wednesday night and every Saturday night, and then bring one in. I haven't figured it out yet, because I know I just show up, and I feel so blessed because I just show up and then you guys just show up. But I do want to make it easier for you guys to know, like, oh, cool, V would be on or whatever. If anybody's interested at that level, but yeah, no, yeah, dude, I definitely had taken a pretty healthy break there, but I'm super happy to be back. So nice to see you, Dakota. Even the Halle makes some money on that run. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying, Toe. There's progression in it, right? You can take that Halle, go up there, grab your 64 SCU, and bring it back, and you're gonna make some money. Humble Monk says, I got a Python I don't even use. Fig says, I got in but can't get out of bed. LOL. Yeah, I've heard that a couple times, Fig. I haven't played Star Citizen. I played Star Citizen when it was free 1 week now. I need to pay to play again. Well, Dakota, I will say, just so you're aware, right? There's a free fly coming up very soon. It's going to be as part of Invictus. I think, so, sometime in the next few weeks, there'll be a free fly. Again, and I think it'll last a good, week or 10 days or 2 weeks. So it's coming. Fig's laughing at you, Monk. That's awesome. Rhino says they broke to Reclaimer again. Can't get into the turret mode once in the seat. Oh, no, Rhino. I hope they fix the Hull C. We were playing it last night. The captain should be able to buy and sell without the pilot moving the ship where it needs to be. Mobutu, yeah. We were in 322 2 or 3 weeks ago doing some Hull C testing. There's a run where you can go from Bajini, you pick up processed food, and you take that to Everest Harbor. And then from Everest Harbor, you pick up iron, and you take that out to, I think it's one of the jump points. It's the one, I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of the jump points. It's the one that's kind of on, if you just, as you open the map, on the east side of the map, I guess would be, or on the right-hand side. I know that's kind of a silly thing to say with space, but it's on the right-hand side of the flat map when you first... but anyways, then you fly back to Bajini with, I think, a Hephaestonite or something like that. Or something with an H. And anyways, you make 900,000 on the run. But, hey, thanks, Fig. I appreciate that. I'll definitely accept that for sure. I love these Saturday streams. It makes working fly by. Thank you, Nate. I appreciate that, sir. Trying Asia. I don't know how you guys are. I don't get options for other servers. I wasn't getting them. Terra. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Terra station. That may be the one, Rhino, for sure. Anyways, yeah. So when we were... the one thing that's such a pain, right, is when you fly from Bajini to Everest. You have to run in, sell that stuff, then move... it's a lot. I mean, I think in a year, whatever, you just need to be able to like drop off and sell that stuff from the cockpit. You know, having to run in and access a terminal inside those places is, they need to fix that for the Hull C. That needs to, while it, use load times or something else to slow it down. But you should not have to leave your seat and then run in and then go move your vehicle and then run out and then run back in and all that stuff. We were doing the same run. Yeah, it's a great run, Mabuti. I mean, you make 900,000 a run, and it doesn't take that terribly long, but there's a lot of just getting out of the ship, running into a terminal type of thing, and I don't know, that gets a little here nor there. I think that's counterintuitive for a big ship like that. It was grayed out, then it wasn't, says Fig. Well, the next time I get timed out here, I'm gonna, I'm gonna take a look. So yeah, I'm 30 minutes into the stream here, and we have not been able to log in yet. One of those things. It's funny. What's going on here? You got a voicemail that just says, "Hi, have a great day." Okay, I'm out of the hab. Next time you you hit menu, join me. Okay, Fig, that's a great idea. I'll try and do that for sure. The captain's chair should have a commodity terminal. No, that's exactly what I'm saying, Mabutu. I mean, in the smaller ships, if they want to, make you jump in and jump out, I get it. But in that big ship, having to, it's a big lumbering barge, I mean, they should really make it a little more convenient to get in and out of there. Friend request me and jump in on. I will, Rhino, for sure. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, Fig's got me hooked up, Rhino, but I will send you a friend request for sure. Melted my Hull C, waiting on the Hull B. Hey, Toe's going big. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the Hull C is a great ship. I mean, it was super enjoyable. I'm glad to hear they got that thing fixed in the back. Grum was walking back there, falling through, like to the outside. So it sounds like they did get that part of it buttoned up, the very back kind of engineering area where there's a big hole in the ship. You just fall out of it. But I do think that, I really do like that type of gameplay, and I do hope that they get that sorted out. Rhino says, I'm keeping my big ships. I want the big hangar. Well, that's a good point, too. I mean, it's so funny to me. I was thinking, obviously does the Hull C when it's compacted, or does like a C2? What's giving you the biggest hangar right now, This last IAE, though, I did upgrade to a C2. And so I'm happy I do love that ship. I like all those. I think every one of those variants. I think the A2 is super underrated as far as just a gunship. The thing's bristling with turrets. Then you can put Furies on it, and then it's got bombs. I mean, the thing is just crazy. And of course, the M2 is, like, if I was planning a rack, like an ROC, where I'm driving the ROCs off, and then you've got, like, the suit lockers. You can they put the environmental suits, and you got the armory, and all the armor on the M2. The M2 is awesome. Reclaimer is the biggest hangar. That actually makes sense to me, that the Reclaimer gives a capital hangar. So that's cool, and that's a good thing to know, really. I hadn't looked into that, and that's just good to know. So, my biggest ship is probably like the C2, I think, now. Of course, the Arastra and the Orion to come at some point, but those are going to be down the road. All right, let me just kind of update that a little bit. 16 likes already, you guys. I so appreciate it. And hey, I mean, it's just one of those things where, we're trying to get into the game. Like I said, I generally will test before, but on Saturday mornings, I'm just going to go for it. Even if it's just not that long of a stream. I don't blame anybody if they don't want to hang out and watch a loading screen. But, it's important to me that I at least give it a shot. And, and hang out with you kids for a while. Finally on a good server in Europe. It sounds to me like what they were saying, Jan, is that European servers and Asian servers were not running Xenothreat, so they're better. So good for you, sir. My only in-game ship is the C1. Fig, I tell you what, Fig, though, if you could have one ship, that's the one to have. That ship to me is become one of my favorite. And you guys know the story. I probably have told you this. I did not want to like Crusader ships. And it was because the first Crusader ship was kind of introduced in such a wave with the MSR. It was such a big marketing wave and that type of thing. I kind of was like on the DL, kind of like a MSR hater. I never told anybody that, but I was just like, it can't be that good, you know. But then I, you know, like we were doing some mining missions where I had to fly the C2. And dude, that thing flies so good in atmosphere. It's like flying a fighter. I mean, it's ridiculous for how big of a ship that is, how good it flies. And so I really fell in love with the C2. And then when they announced the C1 and showed what that thing was going to be like, oh my gosh, it's like, you know, I love the C1, I love the C2. I've grown quite fond of the MSR. I do wish that with the MSR that they would put in like like some kind of way to get to the cockpit in between those two. You know, I wish you didn't have to like climb up the back, then climb this and run around that to get into the cockpit. But other than that, I think the MSR is fantastic as well. I have a CS crime stat 32K fine. Oh, well, when I look at the terminal, I know. Oh no, Rhino. That's funny. Rhino saying I've got fines and I need to pay them off, but when I look, I can't because the terminal doesn't agree with the fact that I have this crime stat. Little things like that. It's going to be so interesting when they release this live, you know, how it's going to go. There are so... Oh, could you imagine what the code must look like for this game? It must be insane. My only pledge ship is the Cutty Black. With it, you can get started in just about any SC game with Drac. The Cutlass Black is a fantastic ship. It's a multi-role ship. I agree with that 100%. It's a great ship. You absolutely can get started doing a little bit of cargo hauling with the 46 SCU. You absolutely can do some bunker running with it. It's actually a fairly capable, you know, to get to the medium, to MRTs or that type of thing very easily. I mean, depending on if you have a turret person in there, you know, I mean, so it can do, it's very versatile. Good combat stuff. You know, definitely you can haul an ROC around in it. So yeah, I agree with that, Drac. It's a, you know, the Cutlass Black still remains as, and really just, you know, that was my original back in 2011. Boy, was it? I think that's right? 2011, right? Was when I kickstarted both Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen, and the Cutlass Black was the ship I bought. You know, for sure, as my original starter. Now I don't fly the Cutlasses that much anymore, although I think, there we go. So with this like this, I should be able to accept a friend invite from Fig, I think. Yeah. And then I'm just going to join on Fig. Thanks, Fig. Yeah, I appreciate it. Which hopefully will get me in here. But yeah, I just, you know, I'll tell you what, I mean, between like a Cutlass and a C1, I would take a C1, but I'm not sleeping on the Cutty at all. It's a good ship. They're super durable. That's a good point, Rhino. You know, and so yeah, there's nothing. That was my first ship. Like the one thing I was going to say about the Cutlass series that I do like is I really like the Red. I think the Red is a sneaky good ROC platform. You know, like just like the kind of the Nomad's a really good rock platform. So's the Red. I wish the Cutty flew more nose down for rock mining. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Well, hey, I'm in thanks to little jumping on some servers, not running Xenothreat, and get by with a little help from my friends, right, Figgy? I appreciate that, sir. Let's see here. Can we just kind of click off and get out of here? Yay! Look at that. All right, you guys, we're off to the races. Thank you all for kind of sticking it out so far. I know that was kind of ugly. Oh my goodness. So we're moving here. And yeah, keep an eye on the time. It's just 11. Cool, got a couple hours in front of us, which is awesome, minimum. Oh, hey, it's daylight in Now, this will be interesting, right? What if I take this? Oh, hey, they did keep my, Oh, they didn't. See how it's like, the car, like, you take off the helmet and all of a sudden the carpet no longer matches the drapes, as Drac likes to say, which has got, oh, I always get, it makes me giggle. Like, you can see, like, when I had the helmet on, like, it was totally respecting my beard color. But as soon as I took the helmet off, right? So lately I've been putting on this armor. I have some of it, so I just kind of throw it on. With this backpack. And then I just throw a few utility items on, which is one of these, and one of those, and one of those, and one of those. And then I take some extras with me, right? Just kind of an extra one of those, extra one of those. I do like having a mining attachment with me, an extra one of those. I'll throw that on, but I'll buy more of those. And then the rest of the stuff, oh, I can put weapons on. I'll put on this LH-86 Warhawk and this P4. And the rest of the stuff I have to go in and buy. You still can't hit that X there to get on. So. I'm back. I win by seconds, Chris says. Nicely done, Chris. That's awesome. Bought myself a Ryzen 7 5800X 3D Thursday, and frames are way better. Rhino, that's exactly what I'm running on this system right now. And I'm very happy. I don't think I'm running, though. I will show you guys. I do not think I'm running. I'm running Direct 3D. And I do have some of this stuff on. So I'm actually going to turn that off this time. Let's just go back. Return the game. I had heard that somehow that blurs the HUD. So, you know, I'm trying to get away from that. So this time here, all I'm coming in here, I'm buying Lux. Okay, I buy 11 of those. Oops.
I think you're going to be happy with that.
I buy 10 of those. That's fine. Cool. I buy some frags. Yeah. Buy 6 of those. I buy med pens. Buy some of those. And I buy some ammo. So I want some P4 ammo. Let's get some magazines going there. You buy 41 of these. Creature habit. I'm getting 40 plus on a R5 3600. 30. You know that's a good. Those are good gaming chips for sure. And I'll get the 86 going. Let's get this guy going here. Buy and get 21 pistol rounds, and that's usually I think what I get. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. The inventory starting to... Oh, no, I was like, don't fail inventory. Awesome. Put those in there. Oh, I can put this on and put this on. And then these. This one I always take off. It's always in a weird, like, it seems like it's in a weird spot. 50 plus I'm getting MB. I did have 3600. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the 3600s were great gaming chips. No reason not to have them. Now, as far as ammo goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. I think I did 7 actually. No big deal. I like to have have things ready to go, and this is kind of my standard kit lately. Besides my my Aerial Grey Cat armor. What was the Bajini cargo loop you were talking about again? Says Nate. Well, that's Nate, a really easy one. It's you take your C. I would take my C2 from here at Area 18 up to Bajini Point, fill up Hephaestonite, and then fly back, and you make $250,000. It's not quite $250,000, but I think it's like 230 or 240. I'm still on old stuff, says Jan, 5950X with a 3090 and a custom water loop. That's still an awesome system. I mean, that's not. I know it's older generation stuff, but that's still a great system. For sure. Yeah, I see Rhino's giving the salute in the game. Nice. On my live frame, still tanked though. Yep. Hey, Ninja, how are you, man? How you doing, brother? How you been? You getting that stuff cleaned out yet? You getting ready to move on in life? That's awesome. All right, let's see. I'm booking it here. Cool. Here, we'll hit the frames now. So let me just kind of give you guys an idea what kind of frames I'm getting. I'll just do a 2 this time. And frames are in the 30s right now for me. This system is a 5800X 3D with a 4080 Super. Yeah, I'm good working on it. That's awesome, Ninja. And 64 gig of RAM, and it's like it's not the Dark Hero, but it's like the Rogue Hero motherboard. I think there's a 980 Pro, Sony Pro in this for an SSD, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, no, it's a good system. It's funny, my other system, which is my more serious gaming rig, this is kind of my production rig more. Even though I probably should put something more like a 5900 in it or something like that, or maybe eventually upgrade to a 7900. But I like this one because it's this for streaming, because this is, I have the 49-inch monitor on this one, so I have a little real estate on the left and right hand side, so I can kind of keep an eye on chat. And 3060 with 64 gig, you know, a 3060 is a good, they're absolutely fine. Now, Rhino, are you 1440p or 1080? I mean, really, that's always the question, right? It's like, what, you know, what are you gaming at? Right now, I'm playing 1440p, streaming 1080. Cool.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Computer stuff is, I love chatting about it just because it's fun, and you know, there's nothing like my buddy Jim, a great friend of mine, built him a system not terribly long ago that had a 3060 in it, and he's thrilled with it. It's great. I mean, it runs all sorts of stuff, and it's certainly great at 1440p, you know. So all right, we're gonna go ahead. There's the Prospector. I think I'm just gonna grab this Prospector. Oh, let's throw a little love on it if we can.
Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your transaction, we wish you a
All right, we'll grab this.
stay.
Hey, oh shit, Tipsat mainly using a Ryzen 5 5600X and a Radeon 6700 at 32 gig. All I technically have to do is update the processor and add a radiator. Nicely done, dude. That's a good one. For sure. Now, I will switch to this Helix, and I will throw a couple of focuses on it. We'll save these changes. The rest of it's kind of the way it is, right? Oh, one piece of good news I should mention. I was able to, on Thursday night, I was absolutely able to put the mole bags on the Prospector. So that's definitely still a thing in 323, by the way.
For the latest travel information, be sure to check the
Cool.
departure and arrival boards.
Wait a minute, I forgot to pull the darn thing.
Welcome to the
So
ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has
All right, cool. We're gonna. Might go with an X3D with big VRAM cache, but I don't know at this point. You know, they do make a difference. Oh boy, maybe I should look at what hanger 2. You know, I think that they do make a difference. That being said, keep in mind, you know, they're not, obviously they're more limited in, not that limited, but they're more limited in cores and, you know, in threads than, say, one of the more productivity models. They're more strictly for gaming, although they're fine. I mean, I do, you know, I use DaVinci Resolve and those types of things, and Photoshop and all that stuff on these, and they work fine. But there is no question that some of the, like if you're doing video rendering, some of the ones that have more cores and threads can do a little better at it. But for, you know, strictly for gaming, they're great. And they're absolutely serviceable for the other stuff. They're just not quite as efficient. All right, let's see how the sticks are mapped. Or not mapped. Oh yeah, so they're mapped. But that's not, that one's not working. That's weird. Ah well, we'll just, we'll do this. And to the chat, I am the one resident penguin who plays via Linux. If you just want to call me Pico. Nice! That is awesome, dude. It's funny, we've been, you know, at work, we're starting to mess around with some more Linux boxes, like, using them for, you know, FTP boxes and that type of thing, and, you know, absolutely great way to go. Oh, gotta get these VTOLs going here. Gear up. I am in SCM guns, but I'm actually gonna switch over. Now, they have changed, guys. They have changed how fast you can go into nav. Pretty considerably. I am going to head over. We're just going to have a little fun. I'm going to head over to Walla. Let me see if I can. Now, I may not. Oh, I could set a route. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to come out of here kind of fast. This one stick isn't working. I got one stick that's not working at all. All right, well, that's good to know. I'll just switch to mouse and keyboard and we'll be good. So we're sharing company specs. I'm running SC on a Lappy with a 5800, our computer specs. I'm running SC on a Lappy with a 5800, 32 gig of RAM, and a 3070. When I first started playing Nate, I had a 3070 machine too, 32 gig of RAM, and I think I had a 3900X. That was the first machine I had. I had a 3900X, 32 gig of RAM, and a 3070, and it ran Star Citizen just fine. They also changed how fast your nav speed is in the max afterburn of what the ship was in 322. Oh, that's good. I hope it's good anyways. Look at it. I mean, we're gaining pretty good altitude here. Can I? It's funny. This one stick's working, but this other one's not at all. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Let me do something here. I'll do it when I get into... Obviously, let's get into space a little bit before I monkey around with the settings. We'll start putting a heavy boost on. Meaning uncap that limiter after the V-burn. Enjoy the G's. Yeah. Nice. Oh, darn it. That's some old school right there. That's so funny. All right. Let's just kind of... I'm going to take a look at what's going on with these sticks here. Let me go options. Let me go to controls, key bindings, and let's go to sticks. Controller profiles. Yeah, man. Load, brother. You work, please. Return the game. We'll see. Sonya, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. How you been today? So we're going to do a little mining here. I don't know if I've got my stick back or not. It doesn't feel like it. I've lost a stick. I don't know what's going on. It's not, it's you know, it seems to be on and working, but no big deal. I usually don't mine with sticks anyway, so we'll go around there. Good times. Temple is there. Where's, oh yeah, let's go to the hardcore processing. Let's do that. Sonia, I hope you're well. Thanks for, welcome aboard. We're going to go do a little... Hey, I have found, like the last time I went mining here, I found some Terranite that was like in the high percentages, like 48 and 49%. So I thought I'd come look here before we kind of moved on. So right now we've got the Prospector. It's got a Helix and 2 focuses on it. So I should be able to break rocks around 10, 12,000. And, you know, have at least a fairly comfortable window. But we'll figure it out here in just a sec.
Quantum travel complete.
All right, we'll switch to SCM for now. And I'm going to go into scan. Oh, fire to pick. Hey, right off the bat. Good RS signature, 3100 RS signature value there. What do we have here? An 86 sig value there. 18. Wow, this place is 10,920, 9,100. So yeah, we'll head in this direction here. Now I'll go ahead and give it a collapse ping, and you can see there's our. If you notice, there's no longer the diamond icons. They have these like blue tier-shaped icons. This location is a little bit in front of. This location is a little bit in front of the other location, so we'll stop by here first and see what we got. And yeah, very, very good responses back. Ping's looking great. 17 likes already too, you guys. Thank you so much. I love seeing some new faces. FPS, as you can see, is right up around 56, 57, 55, right in that area. Yeah, very happy with it. I am, like I said, I am using DirectX and not Vulkan this time. And so far the HUD's looking good. They are downward. Yeah, the downward pointing arrows are coming up as you get a little closer to these things. See them there? And they're so weird. They're like, I've been referring to these like, I don't know if you can see them that well. Let's see if because I think when I scroll forward they go away or they get smaller. But I've been like kind of colloquially referring to these as like the take on me down arrows because they remind me of that aha video. They're like a scribble. They're so weird. Having my first times in SC. Awesome, Sonia. That's awesome. Glad that you're welcome aboard. I hope that you've been enjoying it. If you have any questions, you're among friends. So please, any questions you have, just let us know if we can help with something. So we're going to switch over here to mining mode. It looks like we've got a good scan going. We're starting to, oh boy, they put some color back up into this now. This is good. And this is what I was talking about. You can see like the Terranite is strong on Walla right now. This is an interesting rock, right, you guys? Because this is almost 40% Hephaestonite. 30% of it is Terranite. So this is like, I mean, this is like, let's see, 17 and, so this is like almost a 70% rock, you know what I mean? But not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for, just so I'm honest with you guys, we're looking for gold, Terranite, Bexilite, or Quantanium, north of 40%, in a rock size that's around 10,000 is ideal for us. Anything smaller is fine too. We can certainly work with it. There's a Bexilite rock at 35%. Not quite. I do love that the Walla rocks have these little green crystals in them as well. It's super cool. Ooh, big mass on that one. And a 42% Bex. I'm going to take a run at this. I don't think I can do it. I think this mass at around 14 is just a little bit too much. But you know what? We will get in here and take a run at it and see what we do. I'm not expecting any charge level here. Let me crank it up. Ooh, hang on. We might be able to. It seems like it's holding, and I'm not even all the way in yet. I'm going to nudge forward. We might actually be able to break this 14,000 mass rock. It looks like we're going to climb up into it. I am surprised. I saw you use VKB. What do you think about it? I'm about to buy Gunfighter. Would you recommend? I absolutely. Sonia, I don't have one set of VKB Gladiators. I have two sets of VKB Gladiators. I have them on my other system and on this system. I absolutely adore these sticks. For the money, they're super worth it. I have always said that if because this is my hobby, I will eventually someday put in money for Verpals. But when I bought my VKB Gladiators, I had the attitude, well, we'll just see how they are. That was almost 2 years ago, my first set. A year and a half ago at least, but probably closer to 2. And I ordered a second set about 2 or 3 months ago. I adore VKB Gladiators. For the price, you're not going to find, pound for pound, a better stick. I mean, they're just good. Now, I want to say one thing, and I don't want it to take away from the thought of it. I do feel like the first time I bought the VKB Gladiators and the second pair feels just a touch lighter to me. I don't know if they changed like some of the... I don't know what they changed. They feel a touch lighter, but they're still very, very... They're just as good. And I've had... This stick not working in this stream is the first time I've ever had a stick not work from the moment I plugged them in and set them up. That being said, I do know that they're making some changes to like some of the bindings, and it very well could have just be that my bindings are messed up. So, and I haven't spent any time to sort it out. But I've not paid by VKV. I'm not a VKV affiliate or anything. I've never gotten a nickel, but I am a strong advocate of their products. So I've had nothing but very good success with them. So this is awesome, you guys. This is a 42% Bexolite rock. It's got aluminum as the secondary. And that's a 0.7 cluster value. There's very little inert in this, only about 16%. So this rock has a potential to break pretty clean. Its total SCU is 98 SCU. And over, 42% of that is Bexolite. So, I mean, this is darn near. This is well over 30 SCUs. 30, this is close to 40 SCU of, 40 SCU, if not really, around, between 40 and 42 SCU. Now, notice here what I was talking about. Notice there's the outline around the rock. Notice it like there's this yellow outline around the rock, everybody. And if you notice, sometimes it will get brighter and sometimes it will get like less bright. And I don't know what's causing that. And I do wonder if it's making sometimes the rock behave differently. And this is an absolute first. I never seen like the color, like it's not really changing as much now as they have. But sometimes that can get much brighter around the edge. And I don't know what causes that. So beautiful. This is an awesome rock. 2 focus 3s and a helix. 42.5% Bexolite rock. This one rock could, depending on how it breaks, could really be a very profitable. Sarah Marie says, hey, glad to see you on. Nice to see you, Sarah. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And so I am so excited that this is a 14,000 mass rock, and it looks like we're going to be able to do it. So that's a pretty good, that's a pretty good rock for a prospector to be able to break. And like I said, for those of you who are just joining, and by the way, thank you so much for the likes and the subs and all those things. Truly. But for all of you who are just joining, I will just want to re-mention, I was able to fit the mole bags on the prospector again. Now, and also those bags are, you can buy them now, but I still haven't figured out a way to, like, even though you can buy them, I haven't figured out a way how to, like, get them to, if you buy them, I haven't figured out a way to get them on the ship. All right, now this is interesting. I mean, it's getting there. I'm going to kind of inch in a little closer. And generally speaking, distance control is definitely how you want to manage the helix. And even though I pushed in a little bit, it's climbing, but it's not climbing too fast. So this is this could be potentially a very good break. Now, Notice in this area, I'm just going to show you up in there, I am within the area that would damage my ship. So I am going to want to be about midway and back away a little bit. See, look how it got brighter there for a second. You can see exactly what I'm saying. It's so weird. And I don't know really what causes that, but this looks like we're in a very good place. I'm going to back away right before it pops, which I'm going to start now. So I'm clearly out of the range of it popping. Look at that beautiful, look at that, how beautiful that is. Holy mackerels, that's sweet. So yeah, we just broke it. This is a great size rock. And some of these could be yellows, right, that we have to break a secondary, put a secondary break on. That is a 92% Bexelite rock. So we're going to see if we can extract that guy. And we can. That's good stuff. Okay, I also fly in MFS and DCS, so I talked with my mates about joysticks. They have recommended VKB production here in Russia. It is so popular because it is established here. Listen, Sonya, you know what? Thank you for asking. I mean it when I say that I think these VKBs are great. I do. You know, and I appreciate when people go ask other people's opinions. So, yes, I mean, for the money, they're great sticks. Now, are they, I'm not suggesting they're better than Virpils, but I also have a set of T16,000s, and they're much better than those. You know what I mean? This was by the way, you guys, that was a nice rock. That was 8 SCU of the good stuff right there. That's tier 1 resource, 8 SCU right out of the gate. That's good. I like it. All right, that's a 50-50 ball, 50% backs. Let's see what else we have here. We're going to prioritize high levels of backs. That's not good, right? That's only a 7% backs. %17 backs. One thing I've definitely noticed is you can't hold G and kind of rotate the head of the mining laser like you used to be able to do, and I kind of wish that was still a thing. 12-17, 32% Bexelite. 594 mass rock here. That is a 7% Bexelite. And is there one more? There's got to be a couple more in here, right? Yeah, there's one. A 402 with, I couldn't tell what was in that one. 18% Bexelite. And I think there's one more in here. Yeah, here it is. 932 with 50-50. So we're going to pick up a couple of these 50-50 balls and that's 50. What was this one? 7. What was this one? 17. Oh, does that say 90? Oh, that's a 90% Bexelite. Oh, okay. Let's grab that one. I missed that at first. Have to get in close enough, though. Nicely done. Okay, after extensive testing, the rock can drive now, but the mining arm will not deploy and stuck straight up. Oh, no, Fig. That's horrible. Thank you for testing that and reporting it, though. I appreciate it. So in 2 rocks here, we got pretty darn good set of Bexelite with very little extra. But we've got a couple 50-50 balls to scoop now. Right, 20. Is that... Let's just double check. That's 32. That was 7. So yeah, this guy right here. We'll grab these 50-50s. You cannot change modes in the ROC. You know, guys, I was thinking about something last night, the other. Oh, I thought about it a couple nights ago and last night, and that is this. So the SRV, right? The SRV is the car, like the space tug, that can only tug ships in SCM. How on earth are you supposed to pull those through Quantum now? Like, I don't know. Have they addressed? Has anybody heard about that, or have they addressed that at all? Because I'm curious. 32%, 18. So this was a nice rock, you guys, and we're already at 20. Suddenly 30K Hana is here with the big salute. How are you? Hey, Ham, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. But no, I am wondering, honestly, like, how is that thing supposed to do its job? You know, how is it supposed to haul things? If it's in SCM mode to haul... Yeah, here's that other 55%er, right? It's right there. Oh, it's right there.
Extraction mode on.
All right, I'm doing good, Hamma. How are you, man? Nice to see you. Found a beautiful rock here on Walla that we're ripping apart. So does that mean it is Hammer time? Nicely done, dude. Oh, we're 25 SCU deep with literally 19 SCU of the good stuff. Whenever I have the 32 SCU bags, my goal is to at least put 20 SCU of Tier 1 on it. Mabutu says, I don't think they have truly thought out master modes. Personally, I think the MM should only be applied to small, medium fighters. Boy, that's a good point. You know, I don't know that they have... You know, I think... Listen. I think Master Modes was a single-player game mechanic. So, you know, that's just me. Shall we have someone pull theirs and tug port? Yeah, that's exactly. At whatever rate they could tug me back to port, right? I mean, that's what I was saying. So this is a 32%er at 1217. I think I'm just gonna... This should top me off, or darn close. So I think I'm just gonna top off on this. Because we're just having fun here, and this is gonna get me well over 20 SCU, and... What's going on? What are you doing? Ah, okay. It disappeared, but not disappeared. All right, that was a 17. That was a 7. That was this. And that was a 7. So we didn't really leave anything that we shouldn't have left. All righty, let's do this now. I'd like to do this. Ooh, look at... Wait a minute. Look at that atmospheric conditions. What the heck? That's cool looking. Whoa, what is going on with that? That's so strange. Rhino, oh, that's so funny. MM was designed to address dogfighting, something industrial ships already are in spec for. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mabutu. You're not wrong at all. All right, so I've been typing in, you guys, so you know, ambit lately. To get this, we'll route here. I will switch over to, yep, nav QTM. We'll start making our way out of here. We'll head over to CRUL1. Right. I mean, storms are coming. Yeah, that's something, right? That's so weird. Off we go. I'm so, like, I'm kind of enamored with that Gandalf when he's, like, letting off the fireworks. Off we go. Nice, just checking communications out from the family real quick. Look, everything's looking good. Chris Bates says, it used to be a thing where if two ships are locked to the same location and close in proximity, one ship activates jump, the other ship can get pulled into quantum with it. It's still a thing, Chris. You can actually do that. And if you look here, it's right. It's even right on the HUD. Like, look, it says group leader members aligned and spooled. So yeah, it's interesting, like how that works, right? But yeah, they even, like, it's such a thing now. It's even displayed on the in your nav quantum mode, right? It is displayed on the HUD. So yeah, it's still a thing for sure. And it's fun as heck to do some coordinated quantum jumps. Shields down, power out, and then ship tow on SRV. No one can hear you breathe in space. Repo Tug 2000. Well, and man, I have had some fun. I mean, the SRV is definitely, I've had some laughs with it. You know, it's really funny. But off to CRUL1 we go to kind of throw this stuff in the hopper. And then, you know what? Maybe we'll go do a little... I haven't done any in a while. I think what we're going to go do a little bit of space mining next after we drop this off. And see how it goes. So I think where we're going to go, just so we're on the same page, is over here in this area. I think this is like CRUL2B. I think we're going to head there next. But let's just go ahead and get through getting the CRUL1 and land it and see how it goes. My group uses a slave QT all the time. Yep. Not sure if that's still a thing, though. Awesome. I'm going to use the heck out of that group jump in my first SC Machinima. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Chris... Oh, and by the way, I love when people put in Machinima videos together. A super fun idea. But yeah, I can understand why that would be... The concept would be so... you know, so amazing. I like that you can now jump to mining claims and not just the stations. That's cool. Took out a CS4 bounty camping a hangar in Corsair with me tugging a Moab into it. Oh, nicely done. He saw the light. He did see the light. That's so funny. Towing a Moab. I remember when the SRVs first came out, this guy was, I flew down to like some guy was loading up on ROC, and I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but I like grabbed onto it and was messing around with it and having a good time, and he was laughing too. But it just, I don't know. I love the concept of the SRV. It's a great ship. The advantage to Slave QT is that you can preserve ship formation. So we put fighters up front and support ships in the rear. That's awesome, Ubuntu. I like that you guys are thinking at that level, kind of, you know, tactically. That's really cool. Absolutely. I've definitely done a few coordinated jumps before. Very, very fun. That was a great rock, by the way. That was I wonder if I am surprised that we broke a rock that was 14,000 mass. I don't know if we just got lucky or what. But that was a good surprise. For sure. Next, test Drake Mule to deliver boxes at Distro Center. Probably a good idea. You know what, Fig? I went to one of those distro centers, like, not terribly long ago, and it just, like, I didn't think it was supposed to, but it just shot me out of the sky. I was like, what? So I was like, oh my god. I'm like, okay, well, I guess these things aren't ready for me yet. So funny. I'm getting a couple of pieces of music equipment service today, and I'm kind of chatting with a friend as I zoom through space here. That was an amazing rock. Hope there are more of those. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, and also breaking a 14,000 mass rock is kind of crazy, you know, so. Apparently visiting distro centers by invitation only. Yes, I don't know what's... I forget. It seems like... Now, that's not true. I did go to the Gray Cat one. There was a Gray Cat one that I went to, and they didn't shoot me down. But the minute I stepped out of my ship... Like, I think, or it's either that, or I think I got in the elevator, and as soon as I stepped out of the elevator, I just fell through the planet. So it's like, oh man, I haven't been able to hang out at those yet. I think it's more of its polish and stability until anything else crops up. Yeah, Aosha, I think you're right. I think that they definitely cut off the features that they were adding, and they are trying to desperately get it stable. And listen, I mean, my experience now that I'm on this server, because it's not running I just wish they'd stop kind of throwing the Xeno thread onto the... They constantly want to do an event on top of everything, and then, you know, and listen, I get that. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just like, man, you know, and you know, they're probably just gathering performance metrics, and I'm glad that they're gathering them now instead of later. You know, but I will say, quite honestly, you know, like, there are so many times when they get like they'll finally get something stable. By the way, look at 95 FPS in Quantum. It's pretty sweet. You know what, Sarah? There's some people on this channel who think the same thing, who think that it's happening the 6th. Probably the 2nd, which is Thursday, I think. You know, yeah, there are some people who have already said it on the stream here. And Board is, you know, Board is Board. He knows a few folks, so that's probably their goal. If we're just being honest. Oh, I'm waiting for the cooldown here. Yeah, they need to get the server stable before doing events. You're not wrong, Rhino. All right, off we go. It wasn't just XT, they added Jump Town for... wait a minute. Are you saying, Mabutu, are you saying in 323 test, they had Jump Town and Xenothreat going all in... What the heck? Oh, Rhino says Board always gets things wrong. Yeah, you know, I think that, how do I say this nice? You know, yes, Board gets things wrong because I think SC always is a glass is half full company, and they always believe that they're going to be around the corner on things that they're not always going to be around the corner on. So I do think it's kind of oh, hold on, let me I want to go back to... I wanted to go to nav flight mode here. Will they wipe? Sarah, I think it's an absolute yes. I would be absolutely floored if they don't wipe. Oh no, I don't know about 323. I'm talking... Oh, okay, that makes more sense, Mabutu. Xenothreat and a Jump Town. Why not? Well, and 322's been pretty stable. They probably can get away with that. Alright, because this one stick isn't working, I've got to do it old school. Am I close enough? I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Let me get a little closer. There we go.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay. I am going to rotate the VTOLs. Oh, wait a minute. That's my hanger there. Drop the gear to slow down.
Landing gear down.
It's amazing how fast that gear brings you to a kind of a halt. Board is speculating, so he's bound to get some stuff wrong. Yeah, it's true. At least it's not Quan. Good old times of rush to beat the clock. Yeah, you're not wrong, Aosha. And it's so, like, I feel kind of like it's so weird. Not like I definitely do a lot of this. Good Lord, hold on. I'm gonna bring the gear up for a second. Okay, get a little closer real quick. You're not wrong, and it's so funny. I'm so used to having my sticks, and when I fly, you know, like I'm used to mining, doing the but I'm definitely not used to, you know, kind of landing. But I've got the VTOLs down, I got the gear down. We should be just fine. I can't believe this one stick's not working. It's weird. I mean, they must have changed some of the bindings or something. I'll check to see if I can get it working, though. In we go. Boom.
Please proceed to site.
Nice.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
Never gets old. I just love Star Citizen. Just never gets old, man. Just landing in a hangar somewhere. Even the mundane things like this. I kind of like the thrill of the quant clock. I miss it. Yeah, well, they, you know, you guys, I think I probably told you guys the story, right? Like, you know, when I first started playing Star Citizen, of course, mining was my thing. I've always been into mining. And it was funny. The first time I joined an org, like, I was in somebody else's ship. And they, like, they quantumed to the place, and then they did the second quantum when they got closer. And I didn't know that was a thing. I had for months been kind of getting like 65, 70 kilometers. Where that first stop point was away before you had to double quantum. Back when it was like, it gets you like 60 or 70 away. And then, so I was always hauling in my quantanium from that distance on like a pretty rapid clip.
Welcome.
And ever since I learned you could double jump, I was like, oh my gosh, ho hum, this is so easy now. So I learned in this really hard way. Like, where I was coming in on a dime, sometimes just running for it. You know, that extra 2 or 3 minutes out there makes all the difference. And when I finally realized you could double quantum, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like shaves off like 3 or 4 minutes. It's crazy. Behaves as Aosh says, behaves as such now for mining. I may stave off buying the Odyssey in the future. Well, you know, and here, you know, the Odyssey is one of those ships where, man, I really wish it paired different with the Prospector than it does. Because the Prospector isn't going to be able to unload its stuff into the Odyssey, right? And that's the thing. Like, I just wish they would have done that. I wish they would have made it kind of like I wish they would have made the Prospector like the Parasite of the Odyssey. I think that's the ship. Yeah, that you know, I think that would have been awesome if they would have worked it like that. Now it has a hangar and stuff, and it doesn't have to be the Prospector. But if the Prospector was in there, I wish it kind of, you know, would have been able to do that. I'm sure it affected how you minced once you learned to double. Oh yeah, it did affect how I mined once I learned to double jump Mabutu. I definitely would hang out longer, you know, and I wouldn't worry about it as much, for sure. All right, cool. Let's just double check this and see how it's working. All right, begin. Miss Prospector, set up the work order there. Boom, Bexelite. Get route, confirm. Wait, cancel. I'm not doing the Cormac method. What am I doing? I just got I'm on cruise control here. We're doing DNA solvination. What? No. Get home. What's it doing? What's it doing? What is happening? Oh, no. Wait. That means refine, right? What is going on? This is so weird. Hold on, I'm going to back away for a second and just kind of restart it. Yeah, the ship mining head is only for the ship refinery, but the Odyssey uses the output, and any ships embarked on the Odyssey benefit from it. Yeah, I do wonder, maybe that's it. Maybe you can still refuel it from the hangar. We'll have to see how that works. Alright, set up work order. Alright, we're definitely on Denix. We're definitely on Bexlite. Got quote. What's it doing? Am I wrong? Like it's auto changing that thing. Like I'm saying, refine this. I've never seen it switch this thing back. Then I say get quote. But it's still showing a yield, so I'm going to hit confirm and go. Yeah, it's doing it. It's just, it was weird. It was sliding the slider back, and I've never noticed that before. I was like, what the heck is going on? What on earth? How am I on food and drink? Let's look. Boom. F1 health. Hey, just fine. I haven't had any drops in it at all. So we're gonna go do a little space mining now, team. I have not done I have not done space mining. I did 2 weeks ago in one of the early patches. Yeah, that is kind of buggish. The toggle's just bugged. Yeah, Mabutu, you're not wrong. It just yes, it definitely is bugged for sure. It was just weird. And in the elevator, I'm always obligated to say 23 likes. Thank you, everybody. Loving it. Had a couple subs today and appreciate it for sure. Heading for the Halo. Nice. Why not, Mabutu? Let's just kind of... I was thinking about going... We can head to the Halo. I just want to do some space mining and see what that's like.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle.
Because I haven't done it in a while, and, and I thought... For science, right? Let's go do a little... Let's go do a little. Awesome. Hangar 2. Hey, Techolator, welcome to the channel. Has mining changed? Wow. It has a little, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Ace says, well, lunchtime. Centro lime rice and chicken tacos with a pale lager for fun. Be back soon. Nicely done, man. That sounds like a good lunch. Brandon, how you been, dude? 322 has a lot more salvage in the Halo. Yeah, you're not wrong. I haven't found as much in 323, but we're gonna take a look. Texas. So mining, how's it changed? Well, some of the icons have changed. Scanning has changed a little bit. Scan angle is now called Pierce. It all kind of behaves similarly, but it's definitely had a few changes. Like the scan angle things have changed. Instead of getting diamond icons, there's like these teardrop looking icons. Yeah, little things like that for sure. And we'll look at it together. I just did, and you can even, Tech, you can actually roll back. I did some mining. I found a really nice rock on Walla on my way over to CRUL1 and mined it, and it was great. Salvage panels vanish when you get close to them. Now, Rhino, they were doing that. Are they still? Rocks were doing that too, though. So, mineable rocks on the surface and mineable rocks in space and mineable panels in space were disappearing. Are the panels still doing it? Brandon says, howdy there. Just got done with Saturday morning chores, and when I saw you on, I wanted to come say howdy. Hey, thank you, Brandon. That's very kind of you, sir. Let's go ahead and turn this stuff on. VTOLs are down. Up we go. Out we go. Let's pull that gear up. Okay. We'll kind of rock around here and spin. Kind of head down this direction. You know what, you guys? I also found a heck of a nice Bexlite rock here in just CRUL1 the other night, too. Just out here. But anyways, let's do this. Let's go ahead. I'll hit F2. We'll pull back. We'll head towards ARC-L3. We'll definitely set a route. What? Or we'll crash and relaunch Star Citizen. What the heck? That was a crash, you guys. That was a straight crash. They might be streaming out because of the server work they were doing, maybe. Maybe, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, they still do it. Tried earlier. Okay, gotcha. And then one of the questions from Tech was, how is F2 now still navigation bugged sometimes? You know what? It's been better for me, Tech, for sure. Although I will say that was an unexpected crash that I just hit. But hey, I mean, is that what Tech, is that what you're saying? Like people were going into navigation and getting the game crash? Because that's the first time I've ever gotten it. I was using navigation earlier. But yeah, LOL, that's the case. Savage. Yeah, I know. I got unceremoniously dumped out. So we'll go back to scene here, you guys, and I will. Oh, yep. Now I'm gonna go persistent universe, and then I'm gonna go best, and I'm gonna leave it here for a second. Oh, don't even worry about it, Fig. It's fine. You don't you dare worry about it. You said that these just kind of unlit at some point, so we'll try and jump. We'll just jump on and see how we do. Question, is the Quant Calc coming back? Notice it was removed from the store. Chris, I don't think it is. You know, Andrew and I haven't worked on it in a long time. And things have changed. Things change so dramatically with mining. It was going to take a major update to kind of, you know, if I did approach Andrew and asked him to update it, or first of all, Andrew's a really smart guy. You know, the guy who helped get that thing up and running. I did some of the legwork to get it on the store and stuff. Hey, I'm still in my ship.
How can this help you today? Systems on.
But my stick is still not working, but that's okay. All right, hold on. Hold on to your hats, everybody. Where are we? Okay. All right, we're setting a route towards there. Good. All right, now we are in Nav QTM. That's great. And our distance is 18.6. I think I have to drop out at 10.8 here if I remember. I think that's right. Nah, anyways, we'll see how it goes. I'm in Nav. There it goes. Crash recovery working. Awesome. You'll log back into the ship. Ah, thank you, Rhino. You were right about that. I got to start dinner soon, says Fig. I got no problem, Fig. No problem whatsoever. I appreciate you helping me out the first time. Maybe after release. Yeah, Chris, like I said, I don't see it coming back. I don't see it coming back. I mean, Andrew and I really haven't spoken much in the last few months. I mean, I know he's busy in his life. I'm busy in mine. And I took a long break there, so I don't know that Quant Calc will come back. Although, I will say, I would be open to it at some point in the future, you know. But I think it would be better to maybe develop something after things settle down, you know, a little bit with things, because the last thing we want to do is have to retool it a bunch, right? But other than that, so I think it's 10.8. I can't remember, you guys. It's been a little while. But I think it's 10.8 is where I'm gonna cut my engines, and we'll see how we do. I don't have the chart pulled up, the Cornerstone chart pulled up. That's okay. We'll be fine. And I'm kind of excited to see how, I really am excited to see how space mining is working. I truly am excited about that. And I got another hour or so, hour and 15 minutes, so good. Still got plenty of time. little bit shorter stream today. I had to get started a little later today. Like I said, I was doing some honeydews this morning. And got those done, and that was good. Alright, gotta get ready to cut the engines. I think it's 10-8. I hope it's 10-8 and it's not 11-8. We'll see. We'll find out in a sec. So this to me, Rodney, how you doing? Previously Crowbait. Hey, how you doing, dude? Really good to see you back mining. I miss mining. That's awesome to see you, sir. So if I were to guess, I think I need to go back to 11-8 because this, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to mine here. It'll be fine. Unless it's very, 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 so let's, you know, not, so let's go ahead and change. We're going to go to, oh, yeah, we need to turn our engines on and turn all that stuff back on. We're in SCM guns. I'm going to go to SCM scan right now. I'm actually going to go to nav scan. Flight nav scan. I'm at a 50% Pierce. And first bit of stuff, what do we have here? That's 1850. That's 1700. I am going to prioritize 3700. That's what I'm going to prioritize as kind of twins. 11-8, but that looks good. This will be fine. It was a lot. I couldn't remember if it was 10-8 or 11-8 fig, but yeah, this will be fine for doing what we want to do. 37. I'm going to go ahead and do a full kind of a. Trying to do kind of a scan progress here. Let me roll back the Pierce. Okay. Well, there's two rocks right there. I'm flying past them. Let's look at them. We'll stop and look. Now, I do want to slow myself down here a little. They're not too far away. We'll go into mining mode. I'm in nav. I got to go back to... All right, let's fly over here and take a look at these. Got to do your chores before you play your games. That's exactly right. I definitely, you know, definitely need to do a little of that. So here we are. We're approaching these first rocks that we found in space. All right, well, they're scanning. That's excellent. This is a great rock. 16,000 mass, 32%er. What about this fella? 3,000 mass rock. Agricium. Okay, cool. All right, let's go back to nav scan. Okay. And I'll set the Pierce to 50%, and we'll scan out again. All right, so that's an 1870, 1750. Once again, I am going to try and prioritize. There's 5610. That's what I'm talking about, right? I am going to try and prioritize these. And then once I get these, then I'm going to try and do a scan progress if I can. I'm trying to long scan on these guys, but I'm not getting much signal. Oh my god, the exercises are exercising at the comments. Nice. Oh, that's funny. No, I know what you're talking about. They do sometimes do exercise at the commons, and that's always funny. No, they were up here. It wasn't down. It wasn't that one down below. They were. What is going to be the high money return rock? Well, Rodney, you're always going to look for tier 1 resources, right? So you want either Bexalite, Terranite, or gold. You want or Quantanium. Now, Quantanium, anything over 20% is great. The other rocks you want try over 40%. But one of the critical things to understand is what secondary rock is breaking in it. Like titanium, if it's the secondary, let's say you have a gold and a titanium rock. Titanium is a very high cluster value. And the secondary rocks become kind of important. Like you really want a secondary rock with a high cluster value because that means you're going to have a more pure break in your tier 1 resources. So it's just one of those things where it is a combination. You do want to hit Quant, Bex, Terra, or Gold, but you even do better when they're mixed with titanium, or aluminum, which is a 0.7, or titanium, which is a 0.9 cluster value. And so, you know, then when you break the rocks, they do break a little cleaner. All right, so here we've seen the 3 rocks. I'm going to go ahead and switch modes.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode.
you know, and rules of thumb kind of, you know, apply, you guys. Do not fly directly at the rocks. Fly, you know, fly kind of this direction and then turn and look at them, right? Now, this is a 31% Bexlite rock, but it's a 20,000 mass, so definitely, it's a Q-type, too, which would, of course, been used to be Quantanium, but isn't now. If you don't mind being a trash, if it being trash currently, quartz also has a high cluster value. Yeah, you're right. Quartz does have a high cluster value, and it also makes the rock a little lighter. Ooh, there's a, speaking of quartz, there's borace at 52%. And so what's this last rock? Good mass for us. Borace and quartz rock, though, so nothing special. So we're going to switch over to nav scan again and do a 50% scan, and off we go. That's an 1800. That's an 1870. That's a 1700. That's an 1870. So 1700. There was one more down here, too. 1750. So I'll keep scanning because I definitely want to try and prioritize. These are all single rocks, right? And I want to... Yes, there were some good mole rocks there. You're not wrong, Brandon. But I definitely want to approach, you know, ones that are like 3,600 or 5,700 type of thing. $1870 there. Hey. There's 5250. That's 3 rocks. We'll approach that. And so, yeah, that's what we're up to with that stuff. Yep, and there they are. And we are doing... We're not going very fast, so I'm going to switch over. I'm going to maybe... Yeah. I'm actually going to change over to nav flight and fly at them. Just because I'm kind of curious, like, they've sped up how fast it switches between the couple modes, and it makes a big difference. And you can be in nav scan mode, too, by the way. Which is what I'm going to do. Good stuff. Is it because of preference you want to look for? Well, yeah, I mean, really, hey, Juan Carlos. Man, it's been a while. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Oh, hold on. Let me kind of hit the space break here, I think. It's because when there's 3, there's just better chance of having something to mine. If you approach single rocks, if you prioritize kind of going to where there's 3 rocks as opposed to 1, a lot of times you can find yourself in a situation where, you know, it's just better odds.
Fracturing mode on.
Okay.
Mining mode on.
Laranite rock, beautiful mass at 10,000. This is that's a picker. Oh, good working. Nice. Seeing good content from you. Thank you, Juan Carlos. I appreciate that, sir. This is also a picker. I'm kind of going to avoid those pickers. So here's what we're going to do, guys, just because I'm curious now. I am going to change my ways. I'm going to head back. I'm going to route my way back to CRUL1. I'm going to change over to nav mode. I'm going to go 1 million exactly and then drop back out. So, this says 7.8. I'll drop out at 6.8. Just because I want to see if we're in the thicker part of the halo, if there's bigger clusters. Tella Hain, how are you, Tella? It's a V, he says. How's it going at work? It sucks as always, though finally quitting this crappy place. Good to hear, man. You're moving on. In life, there's nothing wrong with progression, moving into a critical care job starting at 13. Nicely done, dude. That takes somebody, a special person, to do that kind of work. My mom, my sisters, my sister, are nurses. My niece is a nurse. Doing care like that is it's hero's work, Tella. That's awesome that you're doing that. The new float mode seems super cool. Yeah, I think it's a mixed bag for some people, and some people it's not. I turned off the shields. What's going on? Oh, did I change the... Oh, I did. Shoot. Well, it dropped me out a little... Okay. Hold on. I didn't do that well. That was done terribly. So let's reroute. And we'll drop off. Oh, boy. Hold on. Oh, I have the engines turned off. And this has happened to me a couple times. Because I'm getting used to it. 6.8 would have put me in band 5, I know, but I missed it, Mabutu. I accidentally turned, instead of hitting U and turning off my power, I changed out. Apparently you can change out of nav mode when you're in, when you're in quantum. And I did that, and now I have no idea, right? Except for, I think it's this, right? This is at 12.5, so it's 11.8 I want to drop out at. Oh, that was just a V-ism right there. No problem, we got this. All right, my finger's absolutely over the right button. What is going on? All right, we'll get there. Hey, Scarred, how are you, dude? Nice to see you, brother. No, we're doing great, man. We did a little mining on Walla, and found a nice rock. Now we're going to test space mining in Band 5 here. I did some space mining in one of the outer bands, and we were seeing some 3-packs. I'm wondering if we're going to see anything bigger. Awesome. 12-3, 12-2, 12-1. I've got my finger over the right button this time, I promise. All right. 11-9. 11-8. Yes, band 5. Perfect. All right, good. So let's go ahead and switch over now. Well, first of all, we'll turn our engines back on. We'll fire up our... We'll go ahead and switch into this nav scan mode. We'll send some stuff out, and we'll take a look. Now, that's a 1900. That's an 1850. That's a 5250. And that's a 1700. We'll fly to this 5250 first. Yeah, band 5, Brandon, is, like the different bands in the Air and Halo have different densities of rocks. And, so when you find band 5, this is the one that a lot of people will come to band 5 just because it's, it's the densest part, like Mabutu saying, it's the densest part of the Halo. And, it's a good place to come mine for sure. Oh, there they are right there. Hold on. Hold on. Put the brakes on, y'all. Good stuff. All right, I'm going to switch over to mining mode. And let's just fly in and take a look at what we got. It's been a long time since I did Halo mine. Same thing here. And for the longest time, there wasn't even there were not even clusters in the Halo, like where like they had stopped where it was all single rocks for a while. But it seems to be working okay, besides the fact that. All right, 3,000 mass rock. This is a 22% Bexelite, okay. Oh, is that one of them? It is. 13,000 mass rock, 36% gold. We'll see if we can break that one because I'm kind of curious just on the mass. What's this guy over here? 2,200 mass rock. And that's 30% backslide. We're gonna try to break this down just because I'm more. It's because I'm more curious about if it's gonna break down this size of a rock with it being like having this. Like I broke that Terranite rock down before with you know, and I was like, wow. I'm just kind of watching the charge. If I'm close enough, will the charge work? Let's find out. It looks like it might. Halo will also have gates. Eventually it will, for sure. It's not a hardware configuration issue. I've even tried to limit the cores SCUs that still won't run right. Well, I might have missed something you're talking about, Scarred. I think they're wanting to make the Halo belt bigger rocks and give them most. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Yeah, it's definitely not able to. I'm not cutting into this one though. Like it's not holding, so no big deal. Let's go back to scan mode.
Fracturing mode on.
Yeah, this here and here.
Landing gear down.
Oh, why did I drop my gear? That was silly. All right, we got some signatures out there. Look at that. That's an 1870. That's a 1720. 5700. We'll fly towards this guy, but I will look at this guy real quick. All right, yep. So we'll fly towards this guy. I will do a collapse ping, and we'll get our... Yep, you can see what shows up is, at that point, is your diamond icons. Or teardrop blue icons is what they kind of changed to. Rodney, I am using the Helix mining head with a couple of focuses on it. You know what, Mabutu? Eventually, it was always said that the Halo is going to have these gates that you have to fly through in order to cross it. So it's like in lore. I think if you were to look around at some of the lore behind it, Stanton, the Aaron Halo has these gates that you have to go through in lore. Cluster of roid ships can't pass through the gate. Will make it possible to pass through. Exactly what Rhino's saying. There's a bunch of lore on it for sure. Cool. Here's my three little rocks. Yeah, it's an interesting lore thing, Mabutu. Makes sense? Yeah, it does. If you think about it, yeah, it does definitely make sense. It's always like when not to be weird, but I'm always wondering that, like, on these ships that are supposed to take 6 months to fly to Mars. You know, it's like, how fast are you flying? I mean, are you going to hit a rock? What, you know, you would think you might. I mean, if you're flying that distance in space, it's like, you know, could be just a random one out there that gets you. Pyro does have Pyro has lots of asteroids in it. I don't know if it's got like a whole belt, quote unquote, like the Aaron Halo, but I know that there's crazy asteroid fields in Pyro for sure. All right, what do we got here? Oh, look at that big boy. 47,000 at a 40% backs. I don't know. Tungsten's a heavy rock too. That's a tungsten secondaries are going to make these rocks heavy. Yeah, there's another 30%, 60,000 mass rock. Oh, look, you guys. I think this has one of those things on it. Hold on. Let's get real close so I can show you what I mean. I could be wrong. No, I don't see it there. That is a 29,000 mass. I'm going to look around it, though, just because I'm kind of curious. Like, you used to be able to find rocks that had, like rocks in space that had, like, ROC mining deposits on it. That almost looked like it had one of those lumps to me, but it didn't. Hold on, let's get this 50% scan going. Oh, wow, there's a 5250 right there. All right, let's go. We'll kind of see what we got. Yeah, there are gem deposits sometimes on rock. I think Pyro is more of a roid. Yeah. Oh, there's definitely some roid clusters there, like crazy ones. Boy, look at all the stuff out here, though, you guys. This is awesome. 52. That's a 56. 19. Yeah, so we're doing great. There's... Uh-oh, hit the brakes. We flew past them. Space brake's working good, though.
Fracturing mode on.
I'm going to spin around this way. I don't want the sun in my eyes. Cool. Alright, that's an 18,000 mass rock. That's Bex and gold. See, this is a double tier 1, you guys. This is an excellent rock. Now, it's too big for me to mine, right? But notice it's 23% Bex, 24% gold. So, I mean, that is a 47% tier 1 rock. Those are the types you're looking for right there. That is a huge... That's a beautiful double tier 1. You don't see those a ton. But when you do, they're worth it if you can mine them. And that would be an awesome mole rock. So. Brandon's like, I'm giving you the itch. Thanks, Brandon. That's awesome, Brandon. Alright, what else? That's just an ore. That's a picker. Oh, these are both pickers. Nothing wrong with grabbing some orc mates and taking the mole out one time. It feels good to do it. Alright. Now, let's switch this here. I'll go back in the nav. We'll do a 50% ping, and off we go. There was another 50... That's a 3,000? I guess we'll go look at these two. Well, there's that. What's this? Looking at the different... I got a prospector and a mole rentals since I pledged the Iraq. Yeah, that's the beauty about... Sometimes those, you know, having those extra ships or whatever is nice. When you get a, you know, when you get the you know, kind of the giveaway ones, the placeholder ones. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I can't wait to mine in that thing either, for sure. All right, well, we're definitely approaching a rock. It's right here. What? What the heck? What is that doing here? Dude! Is this a Salvage 890 from back in the day? What the heck? Let me get an SCM scan. I didn't think they had these anymore. Oh boy, well, I'm not getting any kind of scan results on it though. What is this route to this location button? About? Alright, so I'm in SCM scan. I just didn't think they did these. I thought that they did away with these. Or maybe they just made them way more rare. Oh, Mobutu, I didn't know that. That's, yeah, I haven't been in the Halo that much recently. Alright, let's look. Wait a minute, what do we... What is that in there? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it does, Brandon. I don't think they work anymore, but... I'm so surprised that I found this thing. I didn't realize they were out here still. I'm kind of curious if I shoot this hanger, if it would come down.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on. Mining mode off.
Dang, this thing's towable too. Brandon's like, you know somebody had a bad day to lose that ship. You're not wrong, man. It's soft depth. Cool. Well, I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna move on. But that just surprised me. I'm like, what the heck? All right, let me check the time, you guys. I have about 40 more minutes, and then I gotta get going. Cool. All right, let's move on. Let's see. SCM. Let's see. Oh, that's guns. Oh, that worked though. 17 hundo. There's an 1870. We were headed towards a 3. Oh, there's a 55. We'll head towards that. I was gonna say we were headed towards a 3,000. And I wonder if that 3,000, like, it was a weird number. Yeah, I could go in it for sure, Mabutu. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I would definitely mess around with it had I want to go look at a few more rocks and just kind of look that stuff over. But yeah, you're not wrong. I probably definitely could have got into that. It's a good question. I think somebody was talking about there being an armistice bug, Brandon. Like, you know, you're not wrong. We are totally in open space, and why do we have a... Yeah, that's the 53. But there's a rock right there.
Fracturing mode on.
Flying close to this thing and take a look at it. Boy, Space Break is working a lot better than I remember it working. Ooh, nice mass. Cross her fingers here. Ah, she's a Laranite rock.
Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode on. Mining mode off.
There's one of these is a 5,500. 3,800. 7,600. Whoa, let's head to the 7,600. That's 4 rocks. Hey. Yep, there they are, all 4 of them. I like it. Now, do I get the reclaimer and hit the halo? Yeah, that's a great question. We did, and we made millions. Nice, Mabutu. Can only get through CM, though, because turret seats won't go into turret mode. Yeah, I had heard that. All right, we're approaching these 4 rocks. I can see them right there. We will change our mode
Fracturing mode on.
as we approach.
Mode on.
Nice. All right, oh, these are going to be heavy tungsten rocks. Uh-oh. What? That's just straight tungsten? Dang. Dang. Boy, scanning's going well. Look at that 70,000 mass rock with 47% gold. Boy, that's a... That is 50 cup 51 52 SCU of really good stuff. Tungsten rocks are heavy. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Good mass for us. Oh, but barrel. Look at that, 27,000 mass rock. Cool. $1,900. 1,900. 1,700. Iron will be worth mining. When, Rhino? Oh, look at that. It's got the composition on it. $1,900. There's 3,800. We'll approach that. There's 3,700. Right there's a couple rocks. Oh yeah, well that's the thing, right? You guys, when I agree with that. I mean, there will come a time when mining is definitely, you know, back in vogue again because of manufacturing and that type of thing and crafting. You know, people are going to be like, hey, I need, you know, tons and tons of these normal resources you'd never ever mine or sell because I'm putting in a landing pad or something like that. So
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
that's a barrel rock. And that is quartz and barrel as well. Well, mining has not been the #1 profession lately, Brandon, but I do hope it will return to its, you know, to some level of glory. For sure. All right, and it pains me to say it too, you know, because I just love mining so much. All right, there's 1,900. Yes, you're not wrong, Rhino. Mining and salvage would be the base professions. Well, I wonder what this route to this location button, this giant, what is this going on here? Is it a bug? Yes, what's going on? Well, it's #1 in my heart, for sure. Yes, absolutely no question about that. Mining is, and I like salvage too. 1,900 and 1,900 and 1,900. 1,900. $18. 1750, 1720, 1,700, 1,870, and 1,870. Wow, lots of single rocks out there right now. $8,000. Hey, you know what? This will be good for us because you know what these are. This is going to be 4 panels, and we'll see if they disappear. So let's approach these panels and see if they disappear or not, because I think that's was something that we were talking about earlier. Gonna miss the vulture when they do the clean refresh. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I'm going to miss a couple of ships I have, too. I no longer have it pledged, and it was my favorite daily driver for just flying around. It is a cool ship to just fly around. I like it. They were right out here. Yep. I'm not going to log... I'm going to stay right on these, because I want to see if we fly up to them if they disappear. Stainless says, good morning. So far has 23, how's it been? Pretty stable or the unusual mix of... Well, you know, Stainless, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Had a little bit of tough time getting on, then managed to get on a server with some help with somebody who managed to get on one of the Asian servers. And then once I was on, it's been pretty stable. I did have a 30K, but then came right back into my ship as well. So it hasn't been too bad. Gotta be right pretty darn close. Unless they already disappeared. I seem to have lost them for sure. Yeah, they might have just poofed because I don't see them. It was an 8,000 mass. I think they did. I think they poofed. So they're poofing for sure. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go into nav flight and get some speed going here. What's this here? Yeah, those rocks are right here. Yeah, I don't want to fly past them. You know what? I think aerial is still a great place to rock my, you know, if I'm just being honest. I like also I'll kind of let you in on a little secret. Daymar is not considered one of the best places of mine, but the North Pole of Daymar I really do like. Couple of options there for you, Stainless. All right, what do we got here? 20,000 mass rock and a butte. 41% gold. Boy, I wish I could do that one. 2,300 mass rock. Barrel. $1,600 mass rock. Barrel. I still like Aberdeen. Yeah, Aberdeen is really good. Be right back. Gotta go take care of the chickens. No problem, Brandon. It's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, let's kind of get some more scans going out here, you guys. Let's see here. 1720, 1900, 1870. 7480. Let's just kind of head right towards that. We will head right towards that. Aberdeen is not it's not much to look at the poles, but around the equator is gorgeous. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Aberdeen is sneaky pretty if you kind of can get over the yellow haze a little bit, which is not always easy to do. There are those rocks right there. I'm looking at them. All right, we'll go back into mining mode.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Awesome. 18,000 mass rock. Borace and tungsten. 33,000 mass rock. Ooh, boy. Yeah, you still need a suit for Aberdeen, for sure. You should have a Pembroke. Yeah, exactly. You know. Oh, I didn't know that, Rhino. 62,000 mass rock. 21% Bex. I mean, they don't even look that big, but they're massive on scale. I just will arrow, yeah. There's a tungsten inert, okay.
Mining mode off.
All right, off we go. $1,900. 1750. 1750 and 1700. Really never needed a special suit for Aberdeen or Ariel, but not really out in the... Yeah, it depends on... I mean, you certainly can need it out there, but it does depend on some things. Sometimes at night it's a little more temperate. Just it depends on several factors, kind of where you're at, and then how the server's working, because they're not always doing everything they're supposed to be doing too. Wonder how much raw ore an Orion can hold. Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to get much bigger than the numbers they have on it now, because the Arastra has 512. Or something like that. So it's going to get much bigger. All right, let's go ahead in here and take a peek. Okay, 1,700, 5,100. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these. This might be the last couple of rocks. I'm starting to get low on time. I have a couple of other things I need to do today. Let's go in and see if these rocks have something in there worth mining, though. Let's take a look. Orion is designed to go out and stay out for years. I know, that thing is crazy. Oh, hey, there they are. Wow, that's more than I expected down there. Just kind of hit the brake. All right, let's see here.
On. Mining mode on.
One thing I will say, I like the way the space brake is working. It's working good. That's a 19,000 mass rock. $16,000 mass rock. Not a lot of high... I haven't seen a lot of high values. Alright, there's the other one. I'm backing up because there was 3 of them here, but I just don't see the other one. Oh, there it is. $58,000 mass rock. Oh my goodness. Terranite, Hephaestonite. Wow. So I think we've established. I'll tell you one thing. It does seem like there's much bigger rocks here in the asteroids. And that makes sense, right? Because they have the size values. Like I think Selen's a 1 to 2 or 1, and I think Yalla is a 1 to 3 and Damar is 2 to 6, and so they have these size values, and those are, so that means like Yalla and Selen's surface are a little friendlier for prospector size rocks. Like it's not that you're not going to find big ones there, but on the whole you're going to find smaller ones there. So I don't like normally doing this, but I think I have to today. So let's just kind of we'll handle it this way. Hey, my beard's back. So thanks everybody for joining me today. I wish I had a little more time, but life has caught up with me, and I have some things I need to take care of. But I had so much fun. Just hey Harold, how are you? Nice to see you, dude. So much fun hanging out today. It was a great time. And I learned a lot. We did some halo mining. We did some surface mining. We did pull in a real good, nice rock. I do hope to be back either tomorrow or Monday night to do a little more industrial gameplay testing, and we'll go from there. So, everybody, thank you so much for your time, energy, and everything that you do to support the channel, including each other. It tickles me pink. Thank you so big. Please take care of yourself out there, and I will see you all around the verse.